Hey everyone, Michelle Alexandria here. I want to talk a little bit about my A95L. I'm going to do 3 videos today. One is going to be about Bravia Core. The second one is going to be my overall final impressions video. And then third is the video I'm doing right now, which is about upscaling on the A95L. I know I'm one of those type of people who are like, you can't clean up bad content, garbage in, garbage out. And I'm always a little bit sus of people who rave about the A95L's Sony's processing and Sony's upscaling capabilities. But I gotta say, it's a little bit legit. It is legit because this weekend I was watching some things on my Plex, and I gotta say, I'm honestly blown away. So I'm going to show you a couple of clips of some typical upscaling. Now, I'm sorry about my camera angle. I just can't figure out how to set my camera angle properly in this environment. Because and maybe, I don't know, someone can tell me, but the TV's on a stand, so it's straight, and my camera is straight, but for some reason, whenever I film a TV or something, just looks crooked, and I don't know why that is, but it is what it is. So let me show you a couple of clips. I'm doing it in a separate video because they'll probably get copyright struck, but this is an old show called Crime Story that came out in like the 80s, and it's a show I absolutely adore. One well worth watching if you can find it, but this is actually comes from an old DVD. I captured it in it was in 480p, and I think I upscaled it to like 720p. So I'm going to show you about 10 or 15, like a minute of footage from this, and you can see how clean this is. Now, granted, YouTube does not show you a one-to-one picture, but here, let me just show you 1 minute of this, and then I'm going to show you a couple of other shows as well. But you can really see how clean this picture is. And this is 100% upscaling because I've never seen this picture look this good on any other TV. I still don't think the Sony A95L is worth it's worth the crazy amount of money. It's worth $5,000. I don't think it's $5,000 better, and especially like $2,000 better than its nearest competitor. It just isn't. But when you watch certain things like this, then you're like, well, maybe it's worthwhile. I'm like, Best Buy is coming to pick up this TV tomorrow. I'm replacing it with the with the Samsung S90C. But part of me keeps thinking, well, maybe, because you look at this, and I'm just kind of wowed by the quality of the picture. Look at that. Now the iPhone obviously is cleaning this up a lot more than what it is in real life, but I will say it's a pretty solid picture. And the thing I really love about the A95L versus every other TV I've had is I have not had a single instance of macro blocking or pixelation or anything I watched on this TV. I've had numerous other issues, but in terms of like how it handles stream content, yeah, it's been remarkable. Now, here, let me show you a little bit of Dark Angel. Anyone remember this show, Dark Angel? You actually cannot find this show on any streaming service at all. It's never been released on DVD or anything. Now, like, come on, Cameron, when are you going to give us some Dark Angel love? Season 1 was brilliant. Season 2 was kind of terrible. But I actually did read the final 2 novels based on this show that kind of concluded the story, and it is in a really good spot. So in that respect, I'm glad I got an ending to this show, but I had to read it. And reading is fundamental, people. And I still have those books, and those 2 novels now go for like, I think $200 or $300 on the internet if you can find it. But I still have those 2 novels somewhere in my in my old novel backlog. But look at that. Look how clean that photo is. And again, this show particularly is again 480p upscaled to 720. And you can see how clean that picture is. So let me end that, and let me show you one more thing. What else can I show you? I mean, I'm assuming I'm going to get flagged on all of this stuff, but let me show you something else that's terrible. Johnny Sacco and the Flying Robot, maybe that one. Again, this is old really old content. Now the question you have to ask yourself is, how often do you watch old content like this? I don't really revisit this stuff as often as I used to, or I thought I would when I spent like a year ripping my old video collection over to hard disk, which was great because I ended up losing my physical disc in a car accident a long time ago. So I like that I at least have this class of stuff on my hard drive. So that's pretty nice. But yeah, if you look at the, I didn't know it was like, ooh, this is old school. Orion, it's an Orion release. Orion Pictures release. So I know a lot of YouTubers will not show you actual footage of anything due to copyright. And those people are trying to make money. I don't really care. As long as my channel doesn't get the hard flag, I'm fine with them. I don't even get enough traffic anyway to justify really caring if someone else is taking my money, my monetization money. But yeah, so this is really old school. But yeah, you can see how good that picture looks. And I say good in the sense that it was utter crap on every other device, but on here it's at least watchable. It's wow, look at that robot. I'm sorry, people. This is just making me laugh. This was my childhood, people. I remember when I was a kid, and I used to dream of having a watch that I could talk to, where I could speak into, and all that kind of stuff, like a actual like smart watch. That came from this show. And this show is like a early 60s show or something. And they had like a watch. The characters had a watch where you could like flip it up and you can actually talk to people long distance and everything. I thought that was the coolest thing back in the day. So yeah. Oh my God, those effects. Woo! That's rough. I never noticed that was animation before. Wow. Okay, I see you, Johnny Sacco. But anyway, so yeah, I really do did the A95L for upscaling. I can see why people rave about it. Is it better than anything else? It's hard to see. I need to see multiple TVs together because it's been so long since I looked at the Samsung S90C and the Samsung S95C. The one thing I will say about those two TVs are, if I remember correctly, my three main issues with those TVs were no Dolby Vision, which drove me nuts. The picture looks flat, and the pixelation on it was so awful that half the stuff I couldn't even watch. Like when I was watching YouTube or something on YouTube, particularly, I couldn't watch YouTube half the time because a lot of the content was so pixelated and just broken apart, and it was crushing blacks, and it was just a terrible experience. Now, the question is, how much of that content do I watch on a daily basis? I don't know. I don't think I really do. Like lately, I've been really into all this K-drama stuff. So that's pretty much what I've been watching exclusively for. I'm getting into the review. I don't want to get into the review now. Save that for the review. That commentary for my review in a few minutes. But I don't know. Part of me is like, I may tell Best Buy tonight, just keep on moving tomorrow and keep the A95L, or get that Samsung S95C. I can go either way. It's just that the cost difference between the S90C and the A95L is $2,500. That is absolutely ridiculous for what you get. But I'll talk more about that in a few minutes. So anyway, This is video 1 on my A95L review. And normally, my dumb butt will probably try to just upload all 3 videos today. But I'm going to try to sprinkle it out. So anyway,